Hey there, friends and neighbors. It's getting to be about dusky, kind of darkish. Just the sun's starting to set. So this is a good time, my favorite time to actually do some heat treating. It's not quite dark yet. I can still see things out here, um, but it's dark enough that I can see the color change on the metal. I don't have a magnet or anything to test the magnetism on the blade or anything, so I go by the color. I get it up to a cherry red to almost orange, maybe just a tinge of yellow. That's it, and I drop it in degrees because that's usually about 1,500 degrees, around that range. 1,500 degrees, somewhere around there. Uh, when it hits to be about that orange color, it's about 1,500 something degrees. Um, so we're gonna fire this off. I've already had it running. I normalized a blade not too long ago. So figure why I already had everything hooked out, everything was hooked up, and everything's out. Might as well go ahead and heat treat this knife. It's a knife I'm building for a friend of mine. This is my Moccasin pattern. This is just a knife blade. This is shimmering. So, um, so I'm gonna put this in the forge. We'll get it heated up to let it cook in here, get it heated up, and I'm gonna drop it down here in the oil. But first, I need to get my oil warmed up down here. Let me show you what I'm working with as far as that. And when you do this, you want to make sure you have cardboard and stuff laying around. You really want to really insulate the heat, keep the fire going. So there we go, straightened up. That's a canola oil down here in this can right here in this region. That's a gallon turnip green can. At work we get our turnip greens in that can. I just brought it here and put some oil in it, and that's what I use. I'm still barefooting a little bit with this kind of thing, but it's been working so far, so I'm gonna keep on using it. So the metal I'm gonna use, how I heat my oil up. I don't have an electric burner or anything that people would want to heat this up. If you want to heat your oil up, and again, not really, this ain't a tutorial or anything. I'm in no position to be teaching anybody how to do this stuff. The fact that I haven't blown myself up and caught myself on fire yet is a miracle in itself. Yay. Safety third. But what I usually do and what I've learned, you want to get this up to 120 degrees, usually on the oil. But hell, right now it's been maybe 55 during the day and 30 degrees at night. So that oil right now is probably sitting at like a 45 degrees or something right now. So I'm going to heat this piece of metal up, get it as hot as I can get it, drop it in that oil, and heat that oil up. But first, let's get this thing lit up. Let's light the fire, boys. All right, let's get this thing going. I think I shut this off last time I did. This forge here is about the cheapest you can probably get. It's one of the ones off Amazon for like $70. So pretty much just starting out. So I got the basics of tools here to work with, and the forge is no exception. Last time I did this with just the lighter, I about lost almost on my arm here. So safety. I'm gonna do the drop and go method. Light me a piece of paper right in here. Stick it in there real quickly. Turn on the gas. There it goes. I'm gonna let this run for about a second or two. Heat up. I just had it running, but I'm gonna let it heat up some more. And this is just a stone slab I found out in the yard one day. That's what I put it on. And on this metal washing machine. It's not most ideal places, but it's been working so far. So I'll have a better setup sometime down the road. And I also got a pair of these welder's gloves. They're like $44 at Harbor Freight. It goes all the way up here and really good at protecting you from the heat. So right now, we'll get this in here, drop that piece of metal in, we're going to heat up our oil. crank that up just a little bit more. Not too much more. I'm not going to reach in here by hand. Get the tongs. Grab it, and I'm going to set it on that slab in there. A little bit outside. Grab it with the tongs just a minute. We're going to let that cook really good. This might take just a minute. I'm about to let the camera roll. It's just at the point now where I'm fixing to grab in there. So just bear with me. Just starting to turn kind of an orange color. Just getting up there. Fixing to drop it. On that good and hot. Good and hot. That's what we're looking for. Alright, you see that color? It's probably about the color I want right there. I just dropped it in there and I got a little bit of a flame. So you can really smell the grease of cooking now. It's probably about 80 to 90 degrees in the oil. It's not ideal, but it's warmer than what it was. And that's what I'm going to work with. So here we go. I got y'all in here focused. Y'all ready? Here's what we're waiting on. Get y'all in there. Let y'all see this fire. Come around here. This couldn't have been a better night to do this. It feels good outside, or it's a nice temperature for us to be able to put some heat out. It's during the summertime doing this isn't so much fun. Right now, I'm really going to focus in on my blade part for this, really. Just starting to turn colors. It won't be long now. Getting up to where I want her. Same color. Not orange to the yellow. I want that to be good hot. Drop it. Oh yeah, there's that fire, boys. Yeah. Hang on a minute. I'm coming to get y'all. Just bear with me now. Go down to the oil. Sorry, I had to do what I had to do. That critical moment. You don't want to slosh it around. You just want to do it up and down with slice motion back and forth. You don't want to cause any warps. Like that. Turn this flame off now. Got her done. Now we're just going to let it cool off in that oil for just a second or two. Now we're going to let everything kind of cool itself down here. You can see that I just turned the forge off, so it's still glowing orange in there. It's hot. I mean, it got up to probably about 1,500 plus degrees, probably. if it grows orange and stuff, it's around the 1500, 1600 degree mark on the blade, on the metal itself. So I'm going to let it sit in the oil for just a second and get me a rag together so I can grab it and dry it off and stuff, and yeah, and see if it's safe to touch. Now let me go out there and see if she's ready to come up out of that oil. Been a few seconds. What I do with my rag. Now, I just had that rag in my hand. Oh, it's out here. I'll be right back. There she is. Oh yeah, she's still kind of warm. She might take a little bit to cool off. There's actual color striations on this right here on the handle. You kind of see. Let me see if I can show y'all. This is how I was taught, is do the different colors. If you start from back here, you see how it's still polished metal. That's still kind of warm. Back here, that's it starts to get to where tempered temperature, which is probably about that little gray black spot, it's probably about 400 degrees. And this in here is probably get close to about 700, maybe 800 right in here. So this spot here and here was about the same temperature. So we had different temperature fluctuations right in this spot. So I'm really worried, yeah, about this right here. I might have to do it again. Which means I didn't knock this area down in the oil fast enough, so it might not have heat treated correctly. This side looks like it's been heat treated. Let's do the test real quick. And how you test for it, or how I test for it, I just take a file. I'll tell you. I'm just going to take a file real quick, see if I give it the file test, and see what it does. I know they got different colors in it, in the blade, but my file is just skating over it. It's just skating, it's not grabbing at all. If I was to do it back here, maybe. But I know it has that little coloration in there, but I'm going to say that's actually not bad. That's my fault. Right there. When I was dunking it in the oil, I had this part out of the oil for longer than this. This was already submerged. And I don't know if you can see this or not. So this end here, by the time I realized, I dunked it in real quick to try to finish it up. So it, yeah, that's the reason why that happened. So, but even though it wasn't in there all the way, it seemed like it took, but I might do it again. Make sure it took. So, but anyway, that's where I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna do it again. No sense dragging y'all on too much longer. Just wanted to get on here and do it, and have y'all get on here and do a video and hang out with y'all for a minute or two and fire up the forge. So I do gotta go back. I'm gonna go ahead and redo it because I'm not gonna be satisfied with that until I do. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and hang up this video so I can go out there and do that and have my full undivided attention on this. So, so thank you so much for clicking on. If you could, hit subscribe for me. If you haven't done so already, click the bell for the new video notifications. Hit the like button if you would, please. Because that lets YouTube know that you're enjoying this kind of content that I'm providing for you. And it keeps me in the realm of their algorithm happiness. And guys, thank you so much. And until next time I see you, I shall see you. Well, when I see you.